Mr. President, members of the Senate, I rise as well to talk about the health care bill that was passed on Sunday and signed into law on yesterday at the White House. I, too, was appalled as a senator from the 33rd at the lack of decorum that was obvious in Washington, D.C. over the weekend. He was concerned about some of the lack of decorum inside the Capitol. I was concerned about some of the lack of decorum outside of the building, concerned about how John Lewis and Barney Frank were treated. And I know you, as I do, we all deplore the epithets and the hatred directed at those people. John Lewis has sacrificed as much as anybody in this country to make this United States of America a better place for all citizens. So I know you find that conduct outrageous and unconscionable and condemn it as I do. But I do think it is appropriate beyond the hysteria to recognize the immediate things that bill will do here in Georgia. In a Georgia where 1.6 million Georgians go without health insurance. In a Georgia where in 2007 and 2008, 2.9 million Georgians were without health care for at least 1 month. In a Georgia where the health care crisis is palatable. This bill will do several things. One, the young adults that we represent will be able to stay on their family's health care plan until the age of 26. This bill will remove lifetime caps on medical costs. Immediately, children will be protected by being able to get insurance even though they have pre-existing conditions. Immediately, at this moment, children will be able to get health insurance who would otherwise be denied for pre-existing conditions. And it will apply to the general population over the next few years. $5 billion fund for those previously unfunded and uninsured by funding a high-risk insurance pool. And one of the things that our constituents, the next thing our constituents, senior citizen constituents, value a great deal, we will begin to close the donut hole for Medicare prescription coverage. You tell the seniors in your district that that's socialism, and they'll tell you, no, it ain't socialism, it's the right thing to do. And I know we, over the last few days here, have been talking about lawsuits. I'm not worried about lawsuits because I know the history of social programs. Social Security. Franklin Roosevelt was sued for a legal generation, and the Supreme Court signed off on Social Security. Medicare, 1965. Lawsuits for 10 years on Medicare. Supreme Court signed off on it. So I am not concerned about lawsuits or legal strategies or constitutional amendments passed here in other states attacking what the President and Congress have done. I'm concerned about the people who are going to be impacted by this. Old states' rights arguments don't convince me that federal law is not supreme. So I hope we would put aside the hysteria, the win at any cost, the politics of personal destruction, and watch out for the people we represent in this time of crisis in healthcare. 32 million people will have insurance that would otherwise not have it. Ask your constituents about that. Thank you, Mr. President.